Hey, what's up? This is Jake Martin with Landis and Associates, bringing you another highly exciting and engaging informational video on 1099 filing requirements and how to prepare for them in QuickBooks. I'm going to do a screen share here. This is an informational document we provide to our clients, just going over the basic rules of 1099 filing. So basic concept, 1099 miscellaneous needs to be filed for all non-corporate entities to whom you have paid at least $600 in rents, services, prizes and awards, or other income payments. This only applies if you're paying them via debit card, cash, or check. If you're paying them via credit card, they receive a separate 1099-K from their credit card processor. So again, that's non-corporate entities who you've paid over $600 via cash, check, or debit card. There are a number of different types of 1099s. The two most common and the ones that most small businesses should be concerned with are the 1099 miscellaneous, which for the most part is used for rent and subcontractors, non-employee compensation, or the 1099 INT, 1099 interest. This is if you have a loan with another individual or with another business and you're making interest payments, you need to issue a 1099 INT to that individual or business. When? Filing deadline for 1099s is January 31st. So pretty soon after the end of the year. You should be preparing for this throughout the year, collecting information, identifying 1099 vendors so that you're ready to go right in January there. And why do we need to file? Well, it's a requirement, and there are penalties. Penalties are severe. We don't see them very often. It may not be common, but you do need to file, and best to do that promptly. Going to stop share, and we have another screen share here. Okay, so how do you prepare during the year? It's best to have this W-9 form on hand. W-9 is used to collect 1099 vendor information. So as you do work with new vendors, as you identify an existing vendor who's doing 1099 work for you, you should give them a copy of this form W-9. You can find it on Google. It should be the first or second result under irs.gov. So here we see pretty simple form. Three key pieces of information here are the name, their address, and under part 1, their tax identification number. This will either be a social security number or an EIN, employer identification number. So have them fill this out, sign it under part 2, and then you can move to QuickBooks to enter the information. This is a demo QuickBooks file. There's no real information in here. But if you're setting up a 1099 vendor, this is how you would go about it. You go to expenses, vendors. You would identify your 1099 vendor. In this case, it's Tim Phillip Masonry. He sounds like a subcontractor. He's either doing repairs or building a wall or who knows what. So we select him. We see he has some transactions. It looks like he's over the $600 threshold for 2020. We're assuming that was paid via cash or check. If it was credit card, again, this wouldn't matter. We go to edit, and this is where we put in his vendor information. Most of it is here already. We have his name, we have his address, and key down here on the bottom right, we don't have, we need to check this box, track payments for 1099, and we need to enter his tax identification number. Okay, so all of your 1099 vendors should have those three pieces of information: name, address, check the box, and tax identification number. I also recommend that you attach a copy of the W-9 that they filled out on the left here. Just makes things easier if there's ever a question, or if you want to double check that you have the correct information. You have it right there. You can pull it up and verify. We're going to save and close, return to our dashboard. So that's the basics of 1099 filing requirements and how to prepare for them in QuickBooks. If If you have any questions or would like us to prepare your 1099s at year end, please contact the office. Again, the process is fairly simple. If you do decide to do it yourself or have another tax professional do it for you, please be aware, please be careful. You need to file at both the federal and the state level. So make sure that whatever filing process you're going through is submitting both to federal and the state. Pennsylvania requires copies of all federal 1099s to be forwarded to the state. So I hope that was helpful, and best of luck.